One of the main things that I hear when I'm talking to manufacturing customers, potential customers looking for a system in terms of pain points and things that they're trying to get better at, it's on-time delivery or available to promise. When a customer calls in, they need 10 widgets. They want to know when we'll be able to deliver that. That's easier kind of said than done if you're a manufacturer. There are so many different variables and components that go into promising a customer with backing behind it that you can deliver on time rather than just saying yes and hoping and marking it on your whiteboard. You've got to have visibility into how much inventory you have in the warehouse, and you've got to have visibility into what your shop floor capacity is. And is there a machine next week that's going to have to be taken down and taken out off the production line for planned preventative maintenance? You've got to have lead times from your vendors. You've got to have all of these various data points in place to understand, do we have the material we need to build this product? Can we build it in time? If we don't, can we source it in time? And if you're going to make an informed decision, and if you're going to come back to a customer and give them a valid delivery date, these are the things you need. So very difficult to do. Certainly the right system, the right implementation can help with that. If we fail to deliver this as a manufacturer, if we're not able to promise a customer a delivery date, maybe they ask us and we say, well, I don't know, we'll do our best. Or worse yet, we do promise it and we fail to deliver on that. And then maybe the customer misses obligations that they've in turn promised their customers, or they've got some business impact there. There's a tremendous amount of loss of trust. There's a potential to lose the opportunity to gain new customers if you're not able to tell them when you're going to deliver something. And there's certainly the opportunity, or the risk, I should say, of losing longtime customers, which is an expensive proposition for a company, right? Retaining existing customers is a far more effective way of doing business than constantly finding new ones. So it impacts your operations team as well. If you don't have access to the appropriate data and you've got your people on the shop floor running around, fighting fires, being asked to fulfill things that are really unattainable or that are really difficult or even impossible, you're going to lose team morale. You're going to lose employees, and overall, you're going to have to throw more manpower at the situation, which has a tremendous cost as well. Your customers, as a manufacturer, they're going to expect this these days. They're going to want visibility. They're going to expect that you know when you're going to be able to deliver. If you don't have the right systems in place, you're not going to be able to do it. So how do you fix it? Right? Absolutely, systems can help. You can align your procurement teams and your production teams. You can understand demand forecasting with more accuracy. What are we actually going to need to produce? You've got to not only understand your vendor lead times, but actually get them into the system. Make sure they're part of the calculations. You've got to track your inventory. How much do we have? How much do we need? You've got to track your shop floor capacity and take into account downtime for machines. All of these things are done in Microsoft Dynamics. Certainly a great fit for cobbling all of this data together and producing a date, be able to promise a customer for delivery. Let's say a customer calls us and says, okay, I need 10 widgets in 3 weeks. Do we have the stuff? Do we have the capacity to make it? You're not going to know that if you don't have the appropriate system. Sometimes they're Excel spreadsheets or whiteboards or tribal knowledge. You can't really aggregate that data and give the customer an answer on the phone. So if you have everything, you can confidently give the customer a date. You can then hit that date. And if you can't hit that date, you can actually at least tell them, based on everything that I'm seeing, we're not going to be able to hit the date, but here's an alternative. Maybe we can't deliver it Monday, but we can deliver it Friday. And that's better than saying no, or I don't know, or guessing and hoping. So hope is not a strategy, and that's what a lot of manufacturers that I've seen rely on for customer delivery, available to promise. Can you do it? Yeah, sure. How? We'll figure it out. That's not a strategy. ERP can help, Dynamics can help, and I think it's all about getting the data together.